Welcome to another edition of Don't Be This Guy. That's right, don't be this guy. Just look at this headline. Florida man nearly falls off Disney's Skyliner platform after chugging beers. Now, we've all tried to do it. If you've been to Disney's EPCOT, the whole let's drink around the world. That's where you stop at every country and get an alcoholic beverage and see if you can make it out to your car. I don't recommend it. It's not safe. All right, but people have done it, and there's some like weird website. If you do it, you can get a t-shirt. I don't know if that still exists, but I'm just trying to let you know like what it is if you don't know what I'm talking about. When you go into the EPCOT park, it's the giant golf ball park, okay? Just so you guys know, for whoever's watching, they're like, I don't know what you're talking about, Jay. Got some rides in the front, but then when you go around, it has something from a lot of countries: Japan, China, Canada, France, England, America, Mexico, Germany, Norway. I think I named them all. I could have missed one. But yeah, and you could walk around and taste the countries or drink from the countries or see what they got going on there. Anyway, so apparently this guy was at EPCOT and he's a Florida man. Florida man here, all right? A Florida man was reportedly arrested after authorities said he caused a disturbance at the Food and Wine Festival at Walt Disney World's EPCOT Park. According to Fox 35, park security and deputies said Chase Holderby of Merritt Island, Florida, was being very loud and stumbling around the American Adventure Pavilion after witnesses said he chugged 2 beers in approximately 30 seconds. All right, I don't fault him for that. I have many of friends that can do that. I got many of friends that can chug 2 beers in 30 seconds. But if he's at the American Pavilion, that means he started somewhere and would drink all the way around, because the American Pavilion's kind of like in the middle. All right. A deputy wrote in an arrest warrant that the 30-year-old was shaking everyone's hand in line, high-fiving people, and staggering. Why am I never there when this happens? I've been around some friendly Disney people that are excited. They high-five. They're excited to be there for the first time, whatever. But I'm never around when this happens. Shortly after, Holderby was involved in a verbal dispute with members of his party near the Japan Pavilion. So he went from America, had a little too much to drink, then got into a loud argument in the Japan Pavilion, which is literally right next door to the American Pavilion. So he went from one to the other. By the time Holderby arrived in Morocco Pavilion, that's the one I forgot, security asked him to leave. So the Disney security showed up and was like, I need you to go. Now, most people realize that Disney security doesn't have too much power. And it's kind of sad. They don't really do anything. They don't really touch. They're not allowed to touch you. And if it gets bad, they call the real cops come in and do their job. Unless the policy has changed, but I don't think it has. You can correct me in the comments if it has. I want to make sure I'm correct on that. They said, we followed Holderby to the International Gateway exit while he took his shirt off and continued asking what he had done wrong. As he headed toward the Disney Skyliner gondola. Oh my gosh. See, to get from America to go all the way around the pavilion, you're actually in the Hollywood, almost like going to the Hollywood studio side. So you're in between England and France. So he walked through Japan, he went up a bridge, and then he went, and if he kept walking, he would have ended up in Hollywood studios. All right, just mapping it out for whatever reason. Once in the line queue, he continued to act belligerent and cause the crowd of people in line to become alarmed. Yeah, I guess if you make loud noises, people freak out. While attempting to get him onto the physical gondola car. Now, why would they do that? If he's intoxicated, he's causing alarm, he's causing a problem. Why in the world, security, would you want to put him in a floating box above Disney World? Why would you do that? That's a no-no, in my opinion. Don't get him on that thing. No, if he's causing a problem, you kick him out of the park. You get the real cops in there if that's what you got to do. Get him out. There's children around. There's elderly. There's people like that. You don't know what he's capable of. 30-year-old man, get him out of the park. Do not put him in a Skyliner ride suspended above Disney World. Those things constantly, they stop. I don't say they break down, but they slow down. He could be stayed up there. Something could have happened. Oh, my goodness. It's a terrible idea. Terrible. He wouldn't initially get in and was dangerously close to falling into the area beneath where the attraction operates. Yes, you go get on the Skyliner, which they have a picture here. When you load, there's a, if you miss the loading area to get in, which is almost impossible to do because it goes so slow, the doors open, walk in with your party and you sit down. But if you walk a little further and just run past it, yeah, you'll fall into this big area where the ride kind of sets in. So he didn't want to get in and he almost fell in. What were they thinking? Park staff said they stopped the transportation system for safety, inconveniencing and delaying all the other riders. Imagine being on that Skyliner. It talks about that he's married. Following multiple warnings, a deputy said Holderby was arrested on charges of trespassing. They should have arrested him when they asked him to leave. That's the thing. Like, look at this thing. Imagine being on this and you're getting ready to go to it takes you to Hollywood Studios, it takes you to hotels, and it takes you to EPCOT, and then it just stops. You're like, oh, what's going on? Well, it's because of a drunk man we tried to put in this small box high above the sky. Which brings me back to my final point. Don't be this guy. Go have some fun, have a few laughs, have a few drinks. But dear God, someone control their uncle. I don't know. This is Jay with Park Hoppin. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. It's wild out there in them theme parks, I tell you.